So welcome back. This is how I created mine. Here on the model, I've added trimming on title and description. I've also added required for the title and for the author because we need an ID over here for every post. I've created a default false for the draft. It goes straight to false and they have to manually make it public. I'm importing Mongoose, Joy, and Peak, which Peak we are using over here to send it back just the information we want, like we did in the users. I'm exporting Shot, the model. And here I'm doing some validations on title and sending back some error message. On title is required. For description, I'm just checking if it's a string. And the author is also required because the user must sign in so we can get their user ID. And then I'm checking the data and the schema. So on the routes, I've got the main route and the routes with params. I'm importing Express and sanitize body. Here I'm exporting the shot router, which I'm importing over here and creating an endpoint with the shot router. So here I have a get to get all shots and a post to create a shot with this sanitization on the title and on the description. The rest of the items from the model, it will be internal, so we don't need to sanitize. The author is going to be the ID. Image, we're going to have whatever image the user uploads, we're going to hash its name and we're going to send it ourselves. And here is either true or false, so no need to sanitize anything. For the params, I have a get, put, and delete. On the input, we're also doing some sanitization for the title and description. Now on the controllers, here I'm importing the shot model and validate shot. I'm importing pick, and here you are. We got a try catch. Here I'm doing the validation. I'm creating the object shot from the user input that we get from the request body. And then I'm awaiting for the shot to be saved. When it's saved, we send it back to the user, to the application. If not, we got an error here. To get the shots, this is the shot list. We just use find and then we're sorting by creating an at. So we get the latest on the top. And then we are sending back the result. Also, we got a catch to send it back any errors. Here is to get a single shot, and we're using the find by ID, which you get from the params, from the route. Here. If there is no shot available, if this ID that we get has any mistakes or it doesn't exist, we are sending back an 404 that the shot was not found. If it's found, we can send it back the shot. And also catching any error. To update, we use the same as we did before for the user. We use the find by ID and update. It takes two parameters, three actually. It takes the ID, which items to update, and then what's to update. We're getting it from the request.body. And also the true is just to refresh our application state. Then you send it back and cut errors. To delete, we use the delete one function from the Mongoose, and then we're passing the ID as the parameter, sending it back the result. So let's try it out. I'm gonna open up my terminal and run my server. Here I'm gonna do a request to HTTP 88/shots. Now we got an empty array because we haven't got any yet. Let's create one. Post capital. I'm gonna send the title and the author, which is required. The author we're gonna get the ID after, but I will just leave it like this for now. There you go. It defaulted to false. Got the title and it was created an ID. If I check on my database, now I have the shots and my new object over here. So now let's get this ID. If you do a search on the shots, the shot list, now we get the one. And now we can get the detail page. Here we have the shot list and now the shot detail. Now let's try to update it. The update is put. And we're going to update, let's update the draft. True. So that would make it public. Now it's true. If I refresh my database, when I click in here, it changed to true, so we can edit. So let's try to add one more. I'm gonna add description. And there you go. New description. If I reload my database and I click it again, here I have my description done. So now let's check the delete. I'm gonna copy this ID. And here HTTP delete shots, and you pass the ID as the parameter. There you go, 1. If I check my database, I have this one here. When I reload it, it's gone. If I do a HTTP request for the shots, I get the empty array again. So I hope you managed to create this by yourself. And now we have a full-blown new resource that we can create, update, delete, get the list, and also the detail.